For today's makeup tutorial, I am doing a get ready with me for winter formal. Now I know that some winter formals have already passed, or maybe you're like me and you have already graduated from high school and so you don't have winter formal anymore. But if that's the case for any of you, just keep watching this video because I think that this makeup look is so simple but fun with the bold like reddish orange lip. And I definitely think it's a makeup and hair look that you could do for some other formal occasion. So whether you're in college and maybe you have a sorority formal, or maybe you're out of school completely and you have a work function or an event or a wedding to go to, anything like that, I think that this look would be really cute and I just think it's fun. So if you're interested in seeing how I get this makeup and hair look, just keep watching this video. So today I'm switching up a little bit and I'm starting off by applying some Clinique moisturizer to my face. My skin was feeling very dry this day, so I wanted to put some of that on just to kind of moisturize it before putting the rest of my makeup on. And now I'm going in with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Original, applying that to the eyelid and then just kind of moving it upwards towards the brow. This is going to ensure that our eyeshadow does not crease throughout the night and that we don't get oily lids, which is always a plus. And then for the rest of the face, I'm going in with the Lancome La Base Pro Primer. This is a silicone consistency primer, so if you don't really like that texture, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you don't mind that, this stuff is amazing and it works super well at keeping your foundation on throughout the night. Then for eyeshadow, today we're going in with the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. And I'm starting off by going with the color Skimp. I'm just blending this back and forth in the crease and then up towards the brow with a Morphe M330 blending brush. And this is just a really, really light beigey kind of color. It's barely going to show up, but I like to do that as the base for everything. Then I'm going in with the shade Stark. It's a little bit darker. It's a tan color. Once again, just blending back and forth into the crease and then a little bit upward towards the brow, because as always you want to create that gradient effect where we go from lighter colors at the brow towards darker colors in the crease. Then I'm going in with the shade Anaheim and once again going back and forth. I've been just using the same brush because I think that it makes it simpler and easy because we're just layering these colors here. And once again going back and forth in windshield wiper motions in the crease. And then I switched to a slightly smaller crease brush. This one is by Mary Kay. Doing that smaller brush is just really going to concentrate the product in the crease. So I just wanted to do that and go back and forth in windshield wiper motions with that to make it a little bit darker. And then once again, we're doing gradual steps here. So using the same brush, that smaller brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Zone. It's just a little bit darker of a brown. Once again, we're just darkening up that crease. So just going to do that until it's nice and blended out because blending is key with eyeshadow. Then for the main lid color, I'm going in with the shade Pop, which is just a beautiful pink color. But as you can probably see as I'm applying it here, it is a little bit kind of chunky because it's kind of glittery. So you just have to be careful when applying this. I just used my finger, but if you were going to use a brush, I would probably go in with a synthetic one, and you could probably even use some glitter glue. That would probably make this stick really well. But once you apply that, I like to clean things up by taking a little bit more of one of the brown shades and just going back and forth in the crease. And then I took some of the shade Punk, which is the kind of like maroon shade in the palette, but when you apply it to the outer corner, it actually looks more brown. And so I applied it and then just blended it out with my smaller Mary Kay crease brush, so then it wasn't as uneven looking. And then it was time for eyeliner. I actually have a full tutorial on how I apply my winged liner. I will leave that linked down below. But if I were to summarize, I basically just do a line of eyeliner along the upper lash line and then I do a wing. So kind of simple. I don't say super simple though because it's hard to learn how to do winged liner, but once you can do it, you got it down, you'll be good. And then I was just cleaning up the eyeshadow that was beneath the winged eyeliner just to make it look a little bit more crisp. You could use the tape trick if you wanted it to be extremely crisp. I just didn't feel like doing that today. And then I'm putting some mascara on. Not a lot, but just a little bit. It was the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, my absolute fave. And now I'm going in with falsies because it's winter formal or sorority formal or whatever formal occasion you're going to. You want to look totally glam. So today I'm going in with the Ardell 105 lashes. These are the glamour lashes. I know lately I've been really loving the wispies, but for this look I was like, I want to look extra glam, and the 105s are just, they're real glam. You know, I don't know how else to describe it. So I put both of those on. I put the other one on off camera just so I didn't waste your time. I'm going to do a video showing how I put on my lashes. But anyways, I'm applying my foundation, and I went in with stippling motions and then I blend out with circular motions. I have a foundation video that I will have linked down below if you want some more in-depth details. But I like to do the stippling motions first to really pack on the foundation and then blend out in circular motions just to make sure everything looks very smooth. So once you've applied your foundation, then I'm going in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Concealer in the shade Brightener Illuminator 160. This is going to really brighten that under eye area, and just to even out that highlight, that like under the eye highlight, I'm going in with a little bit on the nose and a little bit on the chin, and then just blending that all out with my beauty blender. Then to cover up some blemishes, I'm going in with the Clinique All About Eyes Concealer in the shade Light Petal. I know this says all about eyes, but I like to use it to cover up all blemishes. So I'm taking a Sony Kashuk concealer brush and just applying that everywhere that something needs to be covered up. This concealer is honestly so great, and it really looks good throughout the day. And then I don't know why, but I like to put some like on my nose and then between my brows. I know it's like seriously weird, but that's just what I like to do. And then once again using the beauty blender to just blend everything in. I honestly swear by using the beauty blender to blend in your concealer, it is just so amazing. And I just use the concealer brush to put the concealer in place, and then I blend it out with the beauty blender. And for that under the eye area, I'm going in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Universal Setting Powder just to set it. This stuff is so bomb. It works like no other. It just really makes sure that that under eye concealer lasts throughout the day and doesn't move around on your face. And I'm just applying it with a Real Techniques setting brush. And then I like to go in with a face powder. So I'm using the Clinique Stay Matte Pressed Powder in the shade Stay Beige. I apply this everywhere except underneath the eyes because I like that under the eye area to remain very bright. And of course, make sure to blend down into your neck so that everything looks even. Then for blush, I'm going in with the Hot Mama blush by the Balm Cosmetics. This is just such a pretty shade. Highly recommend it if you haven't tried it. And just using another Real Techniques brush. This is their blush brush. And now I'm going in with the highlight. So this is also by the Balm Cosmetics. It's called Mary Luminizer. This is an oldie but a goodie. And I like to apply it a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the Cupid's bow, and then that cheekbone. I kind of do a sweeping motion, almost like a C or like an L shape, which you're kind of seeing me do there. And this is just going to look super pretty. It just really makes you look like you're glowing, which you want to look like that for winter formal or whatever formal occasion you're going to. And then taking the shade Anaheim, I'm applying it to the lower lash line. Don't ask me why I use this brush. I have no idea. I wouldn't recommend using this kind of brush. And then I'm taking the shade Zone that's a little bit darker and applying it to that lower lash line once again, but this time with a flat definer brush from Morphe. This is just really gonna get that shadow to look intense under the eyes, and I really think that it pulls the look together. Then for eyeliner, I'm going in with the NARS Larger Than Life Longwear Eyeliner in the shade Via Veneto. It's a matte black. This liner is just amazing. It glides on super smooth. I think it looks great. I just love it. And then mascara, once again, using that Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara and just applying that to the lower lash line. I like to apply a little bit more mascara to the lower lashes when it's a formal occasion because I just think it really opens the eyes up when you have the falsies and then more intense bottom mascara. And then once that's done, it's time to move on to lips. So today I'm going in with the Urban Decay Matte Revolution lipstick in the shade Temper. This is just a beautiful shade. It's not quite red, but it's not orange either. It's that kind of orangish red that's just beautiful. I really didn't think I would like this color, but Urban Decay sent me this lipstick and I fell in love. I love that it's matte. It lasted for such a long time, and I think I'm going to go out and buy another one of these because I think these are going to be a favorite. It just went on super well. I mean, you can tell. Look at how gorgeous it went on. But yeah, that's the end of the makeup look, and now we're moving on to hair. Since this is a get ready with me video, I wanted to give you guys a hairstyle. So I took my hair out, and then I'm going to be doing a fishtail today. So explaining how to do a fishtail is kind of hard, but basically you're going to separate your hair into 2 chunks, and then taking small portions from each of those 2 chunks, you're going to cross it. So you're going to take it from one side, a small chunk, and put it in the other hand. And then repeat the process, just going back and forth, adding little small amounts of hair from one side to the other side. And it doesn't look like much right now, but after you keep doing it for a while, you will see. It does kind of have like that mermaidy kind of look to it. So I'm actually going to be speeding through this because it's basically just doing the same thing over and over, just taking a piece from one side and putting it into the other hand. Taking a piece from the other side, putting it into your other hand. So just keep doing that back and forth, and eventually it will start to look right. Once you've gotten down to pretty much the bottom of your hair, I'm just taking a clear hair elastic and putting it around my fishtail about 2 times. If you can do 3, that would be great also. My hair is a little bit too thick for that. And then I'm just pulling the pieces apart from each other a little bit to make the fishtail a little bit fatter. And this also makes it a tiny bit messier too, which is always like a kind of cute way to style a fishtail, is when it's not quite so neat. So yeah, once you do that, that's the completed look.
A summer rain is passing over, and it feels like a dream. I could run and look for shelter, but you hold on to me. I'm under your skies.